On the east of South Africa lies a beauty of nature, Kosi Bay. This series of lakes form part of the Isimingaliso Wetland Park, a UNESCO World Heritage Site. The people living around this area have been fishing for centuries using traditional fish traps known as kraals. Fish swim along a wooden path, leading them into an enclosure which traps them. Small fish can escape through the small gaps in the wooden barriers put up. This system of traps keeps the fish levels very sustainable in Kosi Bay, and that has been proven by the fact that it's been working for centuries now. However, new types of fishing have been introduced to Kosi Bay. Gill nets are walls of nets that hang in water and catch great amounts of fish. While this might sound great at first, large amounts of fish catching can be very dangerous for the environment. The sustainable methods of fish trapping work, as they only catch a relatively few amount of fish compared to gill netting. In Kosi Bay, I was told the story of how a population of fish were marked to see the percentage of fish caught. When sustainable fish traps were mainly used, only 1% of marked fish were caught, which is a very sustainable amount. When gill nets became popular, over 50% of the marked fish were caught. My class and I went to Kosi Bay to gather data. Prior to collecting this data, we had to make questions and try answering them using our data. The main topic I wanted to focus on was how the pH of water affects fish life. I wanted to figure out if different species of fish prefer different pH, and how Kosi Bay's environment and its pH helps marine life in the area. A group of people, including myself, went to the mouth of Kosi Bay to collect data. I realized that this would be the perfect time to measure the pH levels of the area, so I took the litmus paper needed for measuring. Working with two other classmates, I gathered information and found out that the pH of different areas of the mouth were all around neutral on the scale, ranging from 6.5 to 7.5. However, I still wanted to find out more about this pH topic. Luckily, I had the perfect opportunity to do this. Enter Dr. Scotty Kyle, a man who possibly knows more about Kosi Bay and its fishery system than anyone else in the world. My class and I got the opportunity to be able to interview him and ask him some burning questions. As my research focused on pH, I decided to ask him questions about how it affects fish. Here are some of the questions I asked Dr. Scotty. Is there any optimal pH level for fish? Does it vary for different types of fish? Or what happens when fish live in an area with an unsafe pH level? Here are some of the answers Dr. Scotty replied with. Different species of fish will have different environment parameters. For example, trout's preferred pH level is 5. This is similar to how humans and, let's say, cats will have different temperatures. The ocean is very stable, and so it has a stable pH. However, when there's a flood in areas, a lot of chemicals will come which can affect pHs. The most common type of fish in Kosi Bay are grunters, which prefer neutral pHs near 7. Ecotourism is a big part of Kosi Bay. Kosi Bay is a hotspot of attractions that can bring people to the area for getting in touch with nature. In fact, my class and I stayed in a lodge where everything was eco-friendly. Ecotourism can help bring more attention to problems related to the environment and can educate people on what needs to be done. It can also bring a lot of money to the economy and the tourism industry. A very good example of this is turtle hatching. Turtle hatching is a phenomenon when turtles come out of their nests in the sand and move to the ocean where they eventually will stay. Turtle hatching is very popular in Kosi Bay and also brings in a lot of money. With the money they receive, conservations can be made to protect these turtles and other wildlife and bring even more attention to the native environment.